Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just got done watching Liza Koshy and David Dobrik's breakup video. When I heard about it, I thought maybe it might be a joke, and then I was watching it and I was like, this seems weird, is it a joke? You can't really tell because they're like so jokey on camera and everything. By the end of the video I came to see that that's just how they are. I will say a disclaimer, I'm not exactly a huge David Dobrik or Liza Koshy fan, and I don't particularly want to talk about their situation. I just kind of wanted to talk about the whole idea of showing your relationship online. And even though I definitely do not have experience with this, I definitely do have some views on it, and I have thought about it, like if one day I were to ever get into a relationship somehow by some kind of miracle, would I put my relationship online and would I share it with people? Despite being an incredibly small YouTuber, I think that it's quite an interesting discussion because a lot of people handle it in different ways, and I've seen YouTubers handle it in different ways. And whenever the breakup videos come, I always think to myself, isn't that a bit awkward? If you end on bad terms, right? Majority of people that I've known that have gone through a breakup in a relationship, they tend to get bitter and end up hating each other and start deleting everything from their past. They start deleting all these memories that they had together. They delete all their pictures together. They won't talk to each other. Some people go as far as to spread rumours about each other, to get bitter, angry tweet each other, to tell people, oh, my ex-girlfriend is crazy, or oh, my ex-boyfriend's a or whatever. Do YouTubers keep that in mind when they're going to put their relationship out there in the public eye? I think for a YouTuber, not really exactly the same, but it's kind of the same as a celebrity putting their relationship out there. I just try to picture it like, if I got into a relationship and I had loads of videos online where I was like being kissy with him and I was being all like affectionate, we were giving details, like small details that we felt comfortable with, to the audience about our relationship, and I had a huge audience watching me, you know, even people like shipping my relationship, I think I too would find it hard to come forward and be like, yeah, we've broken up, especially if it's still so raw and you're hurting a lot and you're heartbroken. It would be really freaking hard to sit in front of a camera and be like, yeah, we've broken up. And whilst I've never been in this situation myself of being broken up with or having a boyfriend in general, I do think about it sometimes. I am rambling, I have no script. Literally, I'm just going on a rampage, just talking on my own. So I go on dates sometimes, and even though I have a teeny channel, I've gone on dates even when I had 200 subs. Because the guy finds out I'm into YouTube, like he'll add me on Snapchat and I'll forget. And I'll forget to block him from my story so that he can't see me promoting my YouTube, because I don't really like guys seeing that I'm on YouTube, because then they go back and they watch all of my videos, which is great, and majority of guys, they actually love it and they're like, oh my god, this is so cool, and they watch all my videos. There was this one guy, I'm not going to name anyone or anything because that would be wrong, but we went on a date, we had a few drinks, and he just started saying loads of stuff about my life that he already knew from watching my videos. I watched your depression video, like I watched your anxiety video, like I watched it all, and I'm just sat there like, he knows all my deepest traumas, he knows me inside and out. I'm like an open book to him right now. He knows me so deeply and so personally, and it's our first date, and I don't know anything about him. And I was sat there like talking to him about things, but he would be asking very personal, very detailed questions. Like, he really knew me without me even having to talk to him about it, which in a way is really, really good, because he knew me as a person. And I'm quite anxious and I don't like opening up to people, so in a way it was kind of good because I didn't have to awkwardly explain like history in my life. Obviously not everything that I've gone through is on YouTube, but you can kind of guess from the way that I say things in certain videos. He kind of could guess and fill in the blanks, and he was asking me questions about it. He seemed to really know his stuff. It was great because I could tell that he was really into my videos, and if I were to make it official with him, he was really supportive of my videos. He was making the effort with me, and he really wanted to help me with my YouTube channel and help me expand and get an audience, because at the time I barely even had an audience. I was trying to expand, and I still am, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is, it must be hard to be a bigger YouTuber and experience that, going on dates, people knowing who you are, knowing everything about you, being able to just go online, YouTube your name, Google your name, find your channel, click all your personal stuff, and they know everything about you, which is why I tend to dial back on the oversharing right now, because even though I'm going through things right now, I don't want people to be able to see everything, because there is kind of this barrier, and when things get too hard you can't share everything with your audience. It just becomes weird and a bit too personal, if I'm honest. I don't mind my friends coming up to me and being like, hey Rebecca, saw your video, blah blah blah. it's fine, because with them I don't mind them knowing these things about me, and I'd rather not have to explain it in person because I'd probably start crying or something. When it comes to dates and someone knows everything about you just by clicking on a couple of your videos, it's a bit weird. My whole point is having that kind of barrier broken and then actually going into a relationship. I've had guys on the first date be like, for our next date, let's be in a video together. In fact, I've had about 4 guys asked to be on my channel and asked to do a video together, and I will always say no, and they're like, oh, I'm offended, like, why wouldn't you want me on your channel? And it's because I wouldn't want to put anything on my channel unless I knew for a fact that we were going to be long term. It would have to be with a guy for a few years before I even considered putting him on my channel, just because it's the shame of having those videos up and running, and say I became like Alfie and Zoella, for example, and he was in every single video that I'm in, he's in all my vlogs, he's in every video I upload. One day we break up, suddenly all of my content from years, say I'm with him for years like Zoe and Alfie, and all of a sudden we break up out of nowhere, all my channel is me and him, and suddenly I have to reinvent myself and I have to figure out who I am as a creator without my boyfriend, and I have to explain it to my audience, and I have to tell my audience we broke up, but I have to be vague because I don't want them to know all the details because it's still my private life, but they feel like they have to have the details, or that they are somehow owed the details because we've shared so much in the past. And you've got all the speculation of people speculating why they broke up and stuff. You've got some fandoms, this didn't happen with Liza and David, where they all flock to support one and not support the other, and you have weird little wars going on between them, and then you have all the shippers getting upset and posting images of you and gifs of the best times you had and stuff, and it's got to be hard to see all that online, to not be able to just forget about your breakup. Go on the internet, see your name, go on your channel, and every comment is about your breakup. All you can see all over your hashtags is your couple ship name and all these old memories, and you're reliving it, and it's making the process harder to heal. While I've never been through a breakup process, I have been through a heartbroken process a few times. It sucks and it takes a long time to heal, and the only way you can heal is to distance yourself from the person completely and to not be involved with them and to not see them, not stalk them on social media. You have to kind of just delete them on everything, block them if you have to. You have to just try and move on with your life, because as long as you're obsessing over them, you are never going to get over those feelings. And that's something I've learned the hard way in my life. I don't know what I'm trying to say, really. I've got no script. Maybe people are right, I just ramble and I have no point to my videos, but I just wanted to know your opinions down below, because for me personally, I would not want to share a relationship online no matter how serious we get, because even with things like divorces, you see the Colleen and Joshua kind of situation. They think they're going to be together forever, suddenly they break up and all of your content is still there with that person. It must be painful to know that, and they can't even watch back their old videos because it's going to bring up too much emotionally. Even though I've put like friendships in my videos before that have ended, I don't feel that bad about it because I can look back on it and be like, I don't regret being this person's friend. Sure, the video's still there. If they want me to private it, I'll private it, but if I want to go back and reminisce, I will. Maybe some people can be like that, and some people will have non-messy breakups and they can be friends like Liza and David, and I really respect them for being adult and mature. That's how you can tell you're ready for a relationship, I think, is when you can be together and not end up hating each other's guts at the end of it. I've always been scared to get into a relationship because what scares me is the end of the relationship, and I know I shouldn't be thinking that far ahead, but I can't help it, anxiety. I just get so scared about the thought of being so important to someone and being in love with someone and then being so invested in you, and then all of a sudden one day one of you decides you want to call it quits, or you both do, and suddenly the other person hates your guts and suddenly you are the last person they want to see and all this, and all of a sudden they're deleting all their photos with you. Like, I can't imagine the heartbreak and how much that would destroy someone. I really do respect people like Liza and David where they can just go ahead and be mature adults about the situation and can be friends, because I don't understand how you can hate someone who you've put so much of your time and energy and love into. I don't understand that, and who you've been so close to. I've had situations where I've hooked up with a guy and then hated him afterwards, but I can't imagine actually having feelings for a guy and hating him afterwards. I just can't imagine going to that place, and I guess that's what scares me about relationships, and I don't want to go into my own like relationship anxiety or anything. Maybe that'll be a separate video. I just thought it was an interesting topic, and if you think it's right to share your relationship online, when do you think is the right time to do it? Do you think that audiences are entitled to know every single detail of your relationship? Do you think that audiences should back off a little bit and give some people some space? Or do you think that it just shouldn't be shared online at all and it's too personal and some YouTubers need to learn some boundaries? I don't know, that's not my opinion, by the way. I think if you want to share your relationship, that's great, and I love watching couples on YouTube. It makes me so sad just sitting there with ice cream like, I wish I had a boyfriend. I think if you're able to end it on good terms, mature terms, and you're able to keep being friends and keep the videos up, and you're able to watch the videos back without any pain, go for it. I don't know what the point in this video was. I just wanted to ramble a little bit, make a video. I'm in a really filming mood right now, and I just thought I'd start a discussion in the comments. I think about it a lot, and I think it's an interesting discussion, and I want to know people's thoughts and opinions on it, because I just do. Before I go, I have to show you this. I went shopping today, and even though I'm skint, I had to buy this teddy for myself. Look at it. Oh, I love it. I don't have a boyfriend, but who says you can't buy yourself a teddy when you're all alone? Now I have someone to hug at night. This is literally the loneliest thing ever. It was on sale in Toys R Us, okay? I think Toys R Us is shutting down or something, and I just thought it was cute, and I've always wanted a huge teddy, and I always thought, no, don't be that sad bitch that buys a teddy for herself. But I thought, you know what? Screw it. I don't need a boyfriend. I'll buy my own teddy, okay? If I want to snuggle with my teddy, I'll snuggle with my teddy. If you like this video, you can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe. I make new videos every Thursday. Ah, there's something in my eye. Barry, I think you got something in my eye. What should I name my teddy, by the way? Can you comment down below? Oh, God. Let me know what you think down below. Give me your opinions. This video was quite pointless, so you don't need to point that out in the comments. I know that my channel is pointless sometimes. I'm really in a talkative mood, and I literally cried at Liza and David's video, even though I'm not even a fan. So I don't know, I just thought it'd be an interesting discussion. You can turn on my notifications, and bye.